Yo guys, what's up? How's everyone doing? It's been a while since I made a video like this, so bear with me. A couple of weeks ago, I began a project, just something random, nothing too grand. And I thought, well, let me see how far I can go with this. So we all know this guy here, and we all know what he's known for, and this is popular soundtrack.
I have so many power, le baduse play lamante.
So that sound blew up, and I was thinking of how I could get on the trend and make something out of it. Several ideas came to mind, and I settled on one ultimately, which was to create a movie trailer. I thought about what I wanted, and I hit up a friend of mine who's into the same stuff as me. He was down to work on it, so he helped me with a voiceover and some ideas for the video. And I got to work. I went into Blender and began modeling and texturing the environment, did my lighting and camera setup and all that stuff. A few hours later, I got the voiceover from him and I put that into Premiere. Then I went online and got some assets. Trust me, working on a project like this without a budget can be daunting because good stuff isn't free. So I had to resort to, some methods, if you know what I mean. I got the assets, some videos, pictures, soundtracks, and brought them back into Premiere. I started doing some basic editing, and note, I am not a video editor by any means. I just know my way around Premiere, so don't expect some Marvel quality edits or something like that. After I was done with that, I went into Blender, finished up the environment and the texturing and all that, then went online to get a reference of the man himself, Indaboski. I used the picture as a reference to create a digital copy of him using Character Creator 4. I would have used Unreal's MetaHumans for this, but at the moment, I just flow better with Character Creator. After some hours of tweaking and moving muscles here and there, I was able to create something that looks close enough to the original human. I was happy with the results, so I went back into Blender and finished up animating the camera movement for the video. A few hours later, I finished that and rendered out the animation. Then I began to think of how I was going to proceed, and I was stuck for several days trying to move forward, but nothing was working. So at some point I just abandoned the project and just left it there. About a week later, I remembered I still had the project pending, so I got back on it. The next thing I had in mind was to create a sequence where Indaboski would be picking up an object that would be out of frame. But I greatly underestimated the complexity of character animation, thinking that my basic product animation knowledge would suffice. Well, I was wrong and it didn't work, so I just had to abandon that. It took me a while to accept that fact because I had already spent so much time creating the model to look just like the actual human, but for the sake of the project, I just had to abandon it. So that was a couple of days wasted, and that's that. I took a step back and thought about how to proceed without the character animation. I decided to use videos of him I found online for those parts. So I went online and did some searches on YouTube. Then I just began to mix and match different videos and pictures and sound effects until it looked good. I went back into Blender to make two sequences. The first one being an energy orb coming out of a box. It's a simple animation, keyframe down, keyframe up, and some rotation here and there, nothing too spectacular. The second one being the orb merging. For this one, I just duplicated the previous model and animated them coming close to one another. Once those two were done, I pushed them to Premiere to see how they would look. It wasn't perfect, but it works, and that was fine. From there, I went online and looked for some assets that would match those renders, and luckily I was able to find some free assets. I brought them back into Premiere and kept editing. At some point, I was already exhausted and just wanted this project to end. I was already way past my mental deadline I had set for myself, but at least I was almost done. I added the final edits here and there, building off what I had already established. It took me a while to make this because, like I said earlier, I am not a video editor. I just happened to know some principles and learned my way around Premiere Pro some time back. So after trying and failing and trying and failing and trying again, I was able to finish the video. It took me a fair amount of time to complete this, and I hope it was worth it. So without any further ado, this is my most recent hobby project. Enjoy.
Beyond the veil of ordinary existence, a secret lies dormant. A force that defies reason, transcends reality, and bends fate itself. They call it Abido Shaker. Pastor Odumeje, the enigmatic Indaboski, has guarded this ancient knowledge for eons. Now he steps into the light, revealing the ultimate solution, the miracle that can alter destinies. But beware, Abido Shaker comes at a price. It challenges your beliefs, tests your courage, and demands sacrifice. Will you dare to wield its power? Witness the impossible, heal the incurable, change your reality forever. Abido Shaker, where miracles collide with destiny. Coming soon to a heart near you.